Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. I've got a battle on the proper map, and it's a battle with a player in the Rheinmetall PanzerWagen. Now, this is considered one of the worst light tanks in Tier 10. So we're going to check out a good way to play it. Now, this battle's from the EU server it was sent to me. So yeah, you won't recognize the names, but it's alright. The player's name is Adeath. Alright, so it's coming to the middle here. There's no wheeled vehicles in this game, which is interesting. So no EBRs. There's 3 light tanks on each side. So the Manticore's taken up a fairly forward spot there. Let's just increase the map size a tad. So, doing a bit of circle work here. Hasn't been spotted yet. But he's spotted a great deal of the enemy. Now he's picked up Mouse and the Super Conqueror, and he did get spotted that time, obviously, by that group of tanks. He splashed the Mouse for a very small amount. Where's the enemy light tanks? It's they're not spotted yet, so most likely someone sitting in the bushes at F1. Pretty common from the north side. In fact, the north side can be seen as one of the dominant sides on this map, but won't prejudice the views here. Now, you've noticed that no one's going to the hill, so he comes up here and tries to spot anyone there. No one's seen, but then neither is he picked up himself. So just progressing to the hill. Now, good chance there's one light tanks there. Oh, how interesting. Both the Manticores get destroyed almost at the same time. It is weird. They must have just spotted each other and then get taken out by the tanks on their respective side. Okay, so he's found an object 907 there. Decides to put a shot in, and yes, he got spotted there. But good chance that he's driven that 907 off the hill. So he's dropped down a fair bit there. Not picking up any targets below there, so that where the Mouse is and the Super Conch really coming up. And I've lost the second of their light tanks there, the MX 13105, just gone again, so getting spotted out on the 1-2 line is not helping his team, so comes back off the hill. No point continuing there, that's not going to influence the battle. So it's got to come back and see if we can dig out those light tanks. It's going to be a challenge if they're bushed up and they've got camo nets, but CPS can help there. There's the dead Manticore. Didn't spot anything and wasn't spotted, so just coming back here. Definitely there's the AMX on the enemy side is out in the field, or at least he was. Now he did get spotted that time. So was that the AMX? Is he crested, or was it someone up on the F line there, F1? So if you do get spotted, you really just have to try a different angle to see, try and determine, what's the most likely spot you're getting spotted from. So every time he didn't get spotted, so that's interesting. So was it the AMX? So he's really trying hard not to go over the edge. No, he did get spotted, so yes, good chance there is someone there, and he marks it on the map. there's a Leopard 1. Now, it couldn't have been the Leopard 1 who spotted him, he's right on the edge of view range. But Leopard 1 must have fired, I would think, at the I-7 maybe, and that's why he got spotted. Just reducing his camo too far. So it's a blind shot in there. In third person view, so it's hard to tell where that went. See the Adeath trails there, so there's two Adeath on each side. Looks like from the medium side they're on both sides of the map. And they're starting to lose tanks, so 2 tanks down. And a significant amount of hit points in your rears. Blind shot's going in, but he's not really picking up anything here, so no spotted targets, no assisted damage, and he's being criticised by his team. Here we go, now enemy, is that what he said? Tank destroyer gets spotted, again probably by shooting and dropping his camo, certainly wasn't from Adeath here. Puts an auto aim shot in there, it hits the target but doesn't defeat the ammunition, or the armour I should say, sorry. Now, enemies are really pushing in here, so they've taken the hill and they're pushing in on the T-57 that went there to play. There's the enemy AMX there, so you might just get a shot in here. Yeah, but that's a bad shot that missed. Reloading, and the AMX not paying any attention to him, so it puts a nice shot in there. T-57 goes down though, so they're now 4 tanks down. The Badger coming up here is just exposing himself a bit here, but can it's taken out by the Adeath. I was going to say, what can Adeath do here in the PanzerWagen? Not a lot, so nothing to be gained by crossing the railway line there. He needs to come back and give some vision to his team. So there's the mouse is sitting up on top of the bridge line there. And his team doing a bit of their own spotting there, so it must be that E3's up ahead has just pushed up and gotten spotted out as a result. For a shot on the Superconk, that doesn't pay off. But now battle's in a position where it's going to be won or lost. It's only 6.5 minutes to go. And he's really not making a contribution here. So what can he do? Alright, there's the Super Conqueror. He's pretty much facing this way, that's not going to pay off. But he's lighting him up. I-7 in the middle there. Not doing too well. And here we go, spotted out the Sheridan, and the Sheridan was in on 8 hit points, but he takes him out, so that's a win at last. So he knows now that there's pretty much no chance of a light tank on this side, so he can do probably what the Medical was trying to do at the early stage of the game, is just push up and see whether your CVS can expose anyone. And he's keeping that Super Conqueror lit, who's also taken some damage from the Adeath, so starting to have some effect here. In fact, there's the Leopard 1 has come up to the centre, so he spots him straight away. Can he risk going any further up? Yeah, Leopard 1 takes some big damage. Now, is that a point in the game here where in this position it's going to be very dangerous to fire himself, so he's really got to concentrate on spotting and getting the most out of his position. 5 minutes to go. The enemy now is 4 tanks up, or there's still 4 tanks up. But one just misses getting killed. He's starting to accumulate the damage. Now they're really getting hemmed into the corner here. So he just needs to maintain this position. He'll spot these targets and hopefully they'll get damaged by his teammates. Still got a decent amount of gunnery left. Comes the Ho-Ri. So they're all crossing in different ways. And just being in this position is going to keep him lit, which is important. Now he's going to watch out for that Ho-Ri 3, who might come up. In fact, he's now also spotting, have a look at the mini-map, Jagdpanzer E100. Leopard 1. They lose their GWE100. But they're starting to put some damage into the enemy. So in fact, they've got a damage improvement. The enemy's got more guns, but they've actually got more hit points of damage than the enemy team at this point, even though they're 4 tanks down. So he takes a risk there and puts a shot into the 13105, and he takes a hit from the Super Conqueror. This could be dangerous. Puts on auto lock, gets rid of the AMX, and there's the mouse on 2 hit points, and you get tagged again by the Super Conqueror. He's going to line the mouse up, gets a kill there. So all of a sudden he's got 3 kills, mostly low hit point tanks, but that's alright. He's now got 7.5k of spotting damage, and the I-7 pumps another shot into him. He goes, carefully aims for the lower front plate and gets the kill on the I-7. So they're still down fairly significant number. The Super Conqueror knows where he is. Puts the heat on him, but it bounces off luckily. And now he's just got to be worried about that Ho-Ri 3. It's only him and the I-7 left now, so he's got to defend against the remaining enemy, which if you take the arty out, well, looks like the arty are unsighted, so that's a good thing. You can spot the enemy team and stay unspotted and help his I-7 partner. There goes the fake tank, and now here comes the Leopard 1, and he managed to take him out again, low hit point kill, but that's okay. He just has to stay out of the way of arty, and he's got a side shot on the Ho-Ri 3. It's the last remaining tank destroyer tank on the enemy side, so after this it's just the arty, so he'll keep punishing the Ho-Ri 3, and he's not getting lit as he's doing this, so this is good. He just needs to steady his aim here and put the shots in, which he does. The I-7 should be able to finish him off. The I-7 turns him around. Unfortunately he misses the shot there, puts a big hit into the I-7, but luckily he stays alive. And one more shot and he could be down. Yeah, that was a bit too angled, but the I-7 takes him down. So all of a sudden, with 1.5 minutes to go, it's really much in their favour. He's got 5 kills, and the I-7's got 4, so they're pretty much doing all the work that their team didn't. At least in terms of getting kills, that is. And now he knows one arty is on the right side of the map here, and the other one's on the left, so there's the 261, and in fact another low hit point tank, but he gets the kill there, so that's the top gun. Now he's got to find that GW100, but judging from where the traces were seen previously, he's going to be up in the sort of A1 area. So he's just going to come up here and make sure he covers the A6 spot, which he will. If he's down there, he would have been spotted by now. And now he'll be bushed up in A1. So 45 seconds to go, there's no point trying to cap. The I-7 won't get there in time. Just needs to spot the E100, and he has, and the E100 has reacted to being spotted. So he puts one shot in. I-7 not quite in a position to pick him up. Gets another shot in, leaves him on 3 hit points, and the I-7 finishes him off. And that was a big turnaround there. So great work in what's supposed to be the worst light tank in the game. Well, he's ended up with 3k of damage of his own, 6 kills, so that's given him the Top Gun award. He's got the patrol duty medal for spotting the tanks, and he's got just fractionally under 8.2k of assisted damage as well in the end. So that works out as 11.2k. So great effort there. That's combined damage, of course, and picked up the Ace Tanker reward. So worst tank in the game, worst light tank. So he's ended up with 1418 base experience, which is nice. And the I7 that partnered with him at the end picked up 5 kills, so they got the Brothers in Arms medal by platooning at the end. And they, apart from the Leopard 1, they were the major contributors. No, here we go, the Jake Panzer 100, 5.2k, so he would have been unhappy. So there's some good damage totals down there, and that did get them in front in terms of damage. And the enemy team basically probably just a bit too overconfident at the end. But the spotting that he did there really paid off. So in the end, it was quite an effort. So he ended up firing 21 shots. It was not bad for a light tank. Do see some good damage outputs in light tanks occasionally. 16 hits, 14 pens out of that. He had some mission parts that were running. So it's a tech tree tank, of course. But of course, as a light tank, you're getting most of your work done in spotting, so you don't end up expending too much ammunition. And he's ended up making a nice profit of 85k. So great game there, and hopefully if you do have the Rheinmetall PanzerWagen, it gives you some confidence that you can get some good results in as well. Anyway, hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing that. We'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.